This podcast contains descriptions of extreme violence, body horror, and adult language. Please check the description for details. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's get started proper. Last we left off, you had just been ambushed by Elizabeth and her two cronies that she had with her. I will immediately, before we jump into you making your attack, because that is obviously how we are starting this, considering last time, if you will pay attention to Elizabeth's icon, you, in an instant, you are sizing her up, you are seeing like, okay, you know, what's changed, what's different about her. There is a change, a shift in her demeanor, as well as the upgrades that she has, where you can tell she's not just ranked up once, it's twice that she's ranked up. So, Iris, Vex. Before I let you make this attack, I am going to establish a little something about how this combat is going to be working. You are on a time limit. Every time that you hit the next initiative, the next round of combat, so every time we refresh initiative, a significant enough portion of time will have passed that I will be marking as such. You are currently on 0 for the timer, so I'll keep it off. But, as a result of this being a time-sensitive situation, if you take too long here, you may end up finding Ephrai in a worse place than he currently is. With that in mind, you have one of two ways that you can end this fight. The obvious one is to kill everyone here and to just move on. The other one is to find an exit and to get out. You have to leave through Tartarus, and you'll notice that currently there is no Tartarus on the map. You are gonna have to somehow find a way out, look around what's going on, and figure out a way to slip past these guys. Or kill them. I'll tell you this right now. There is going to be certain things that you can look for which are going to be free. There is going to be certain things that you can look for which take actions, action points, and there will be other things which you will explicitly have to, like, essentially, like, be looking for a specific thing in order to get the prompt for it, essentially. And I'm going to tell you your surroundings right now, just to give you a proper sense of the situation. You are currently on a rooftop, which is, for all intents and purposes, indoors. This area is constructed of multiple rooftops of what used to be apartment buildings or offices or whatever, right? Which have since been enclosed with further buildings arching over the top of them. And this particular set of rooftops have these arching steel like beams that are going over you and like latticing in this semi-convoluted way. You'll notice that I have marked on the map that there is these two red locations. Those are the higher up arching areas, and they will give you a bonus to jumping across rooftops. This is no joke. If you do not successfully make a jump, you will be at risk of falling, and I don't have to tell you that that's going to be bad. There is a lot of vertical shafts here, which are going to spell bad news for you if you fuck up. But just the same, that goes for your enemies as well. Am I clear about everything with that?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, and with that, would you please make your attack?
Yep, no problem.
Okay, so that is a 9. Oh god. You know what? And this is against Elizabeth, right?
Yep, and this is with my regular scythe blades.
Your regular scythe blades, okay. In which case, you know what? I don't think that they have the presence of... They don't know what you have at the moment. They don't know that you have these high-frequency modules. Elizabeth is just gonna let it go through, and so are her allies. They don't think that you have anything aside from these regular scythe blades that they're aware of right now. So that is going to be 1 damage, and that is to her arms, if I am not mistaken.
Yep. And, you know, you mentioned that, Vex has kind of a time pressure, going on here. Well, doing things quick and clean is how she likes it anyway. So, we're gonna be wrapping this up as quickly as possible. I am going to spend the 2 for that attack, I'm gonna spend 2 more to make it an area attack, and then use Unlimited Destruction as well.
Okay. In which case, Vex, you dash in, blades flicked out and ready to lay into Elizabeth. You see your blade, like, she actually goes up to, like, meet you, essentially. And she goes and, like, grabs the blade and almost, like, forces it back into its sheath within your arm. You see that your blade is, like, pressing into her palm and it is damaging her. But she, like, kind of meets you for a second, grasping at your arm. You see that the scalpel-like blades that are on her fingertips, which are normally there, are still present, but then peeling out from the back of her hand are these enormous, like, inches-long, razor-sharp blades that curl over the back of her fingers. And you can tell that those things are, like, absolutely lethal. And she kind of, like, is held for a moment with you. You see her sneering, this smile across her face, as she just goes, "Do you have any idea how much of my fucking organ collection I had to sell just to keep up? I am going to tear you apart, and I'm gonna rip out every last part of you and keep you preserved on my shelves. And I'm gonna put your fucking heart on the top of all of it." It's at that moment you hear the sound of your high-frequency module kicking into gear. You see Elizabeth kind of just cocks her head in this, like, inquisitive way where it's clear she doesn't understand what's happening. The individual next to her that you saw before, that was the last time that you encountered her a few days back, with the giant, like, bear trap-like jaw, you see her, like, kind of a little bit confused as well, getting ready. And finally, you see the new individual with the, like, lights coming from his palms, igniting into these like, almost like plasma torch blades. He is the lone one who you see immediately has this moment of panic as he just goes, "Elizabeth, that's..." And it's too late. You are immediately going. Make the rest of your attacks, please.
Yep, so first of all, you know, that was an area attack, as I said. And second of all, I get a chain attack off of the initial sides, and then we go into the high frequency. So, let me do that really quick. That's fine, that could miss. Alright, high frequency now. So let me pay. I need to keep track of how much I'm paying here. So, that is 3 more for that. And 2 more because I'm also making this an area attack.
All right.
Although, actually, hold on. Can I actually make multiple attacks an area attack?
Yeah, no, because damage and check timings only get to happen once unless they specify otherwise.
In that case...
You can make one of your attacks area attacks.
Yeah. In that case, would you mind if instead of the regular sites being the area attack, I do it to the high-frequency module? Because I think that makes more sense with your flavor of stuff anyway.
Oh, so, that's what I assumed you were doing anyway.
Yeah. Okay, cool. In that case, let me give the roll for the high frequencies.
Oh boy. So
yep, I'll use my forearm to support that 1 up to a 10, so I can choose where it's hitting as well.
Well, up to a 10 just means it hits everyone's head, actually.
Oh, right, that's the head. It has to be above. In that case, I won't do that. Just 9.
Now, I will throw out there that if you want to hit everybody on the head, then they will. That's a pretty solid way of ensuring that you kill them all immediately.
That's true, but I actually want to hit the arms first in this case. Okay,
understandable. With that in mind, the guy with the glowing palms, he very clearly the only one clued in on what the fuck was happening here. He is going to use foot to hinder one on you to put that down to body instead. You see him as you kick off your high frequency blades. He goes, Liz, that's. And he realizes, he just has to act immediately, cuts himself off, and, slides next to you and does, this upward kick into, one of your elbows, putting it off course a little bit. So that will be... Right. Do you want to do anything about that, or do you want to just let that become a body shot instead?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So that is, what, 3 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 bodies to the torso. So that's 3 damage to everyone's torso. Okay. Elizabeth is on this occasion. Now she is going to use one of her new parts, which is Steel Bones. Steel Bones allows her to do a Defend 1, which negates Dismember. On this occasion, that second part is not particularly relevant, but she wants to take 2 damage instead of 3 here. So she will just be crossing off both of her entrails. The other 2 are not going to be so lucky. Make your follow-up attacks before we do any descriptions here, I think. We need to see the entirety of what's happening.
We're not done, that's for sure. Alright. Second attack.
Oh my...
Yes! Yes!
Holy shit. For everyone listening, that is a 10 plus 1 to be a natural crit. I think at this point, I am now going to let the other 2 use their foot abilities, considering that they have now tasted your high-frequency blades. Lawkkhuup is... I spoilt it. The one of the bear trap jaw is going to go in as well and try and do, a sweep of the leg once again. Oh, wait, no. God, no, wait, they both have to do it. Okay, here's what happens then. You wrench your arm 3, you go for another strike. Acting immediately, instinctively, Elizabeth and the bear trap jaw woman move in, using, their proximity to you to essentially just, deny your range advantage and to make it a little harder for you to, just get a clean shot on everybody. They essentially mob you, and they both reduce that down to a 9 instead of a 10. Instead of an 11, sorry.
Alright. Yeah, well, that'll still be 3 to everyone's arms.
You've damaged everyone's everyone's basic arm parts, except for Elizabeth, who you had already done 1 damage to her basic parts before. So you actually successfully also get rid of her scissor hands, although not the new, bigger, longer ones. You're not done, though.
Nope. Absolutely not. She'll never be done until these fuckers are dust. I will use my heart to give that a reroll.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh. So, if I remember correctly, if it overspills damage, they get to pick a new location for it to go into, right?
Yeah, they can pick where the rest goes, yeah.
And that's another 3 damage, is that right?
Oh yeah.
Christ, okay. I guess it's gonna be that for her. Strike through. Oh my god, you are absolutely annihilating these people.
Well, you said I'm low on time.
No, I knew that this was likely going to be the outcome, but it's just so funny seeing it actually happen. It's so funny. Okay, is there any more? There's another follow-up attack with your gun, is that right?
Yep, I still have my gun. So let's see. Elizabeth, her 2 cronies are still up as well, right? They're both like looking worse for wear, but they're still fine.
I'm actually going to do something here. So, after the chain attack, I know this isn't strictly how the rules work or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Because I think the rapid would mean that she would avoid all of the damage from your blades if she manages to escape them. But I am going to let her, I'm going to make it so that she still takes the first strike here. So, what you see happen is the first blade lays into everybody, and the girl with the bear trap jaw, seeing how bad this is going, and seeing that even after hindering the 2 of you twice to prevent, the 2 of them hindering you twice to prevent that crit, the one with the bear trap jaw, like, sees how bad this is going, and you see she flicks out on her left arm is this, like, compartment, this cybernetic compartment that like flips open, and you see a reel of wires just suddenly fire out, latch onto some of the arching steel above you as she pulls herself out of the way here. And she does not take the other 2 attacks from you there. But that does not change anything for the other 2. But she is up in the air, managing to avoid some of this ridiculous damage you are doing.
Well, in that case, I was wondering who to aim my gun at, but she's still within range of that, so I'm gonna aim it at her. Let's make that roll. Okay.
That is body, if I'm not mistaken.
Like, even mid her grappling away, Vex just like the whirlwind of blades happens so quickly that she's still not even fully like up there before Vex just aims her gun up and blasts her.
Mm-hmm. It is as she is ziplining upwards into the steel arches that you pull out your gun, and with a thunderous shot or 2, you just blast her legs away as if they were just pinatas to be exploded. She cries out in pain as that happens, and before she can. Fortunately, that happens before she is, like, fully up there, so she doesn't, like, then fall back down. She does realize she needs to grasp with her hands rather than landing on her feet. But she is now dangling from these fucking arches, blood pooling on the ground below her as you see, like, one of her feet clatter to the floor, still bleeding freshly from the wound. And, let me give you the rundown of exactly how much you just did to these people, in order to give you a proper chance to describe all of this. So, with Elizabeth, you have completely destroyed her fist, arm, shoulder, spine, both her entrails, eyeballs, jaw, and her scissor hands. With the guy with the laser, with the, like, you know, glowing palms, you have destroyed his fist, arm, shoulder, spine, entrails, bone, and foot. So he has currently only got his head and his special weapon. Everything else is absolutely gone. And for the bear trap woman, she is the most intact. But you have destroyed her basic torso parts and her basic leg parts, but is otherwise alright. Do you want to take it away with description here?
As stated before, the high-frequency blades, as she activates them to break out of Elizabeth's grip, they are remarkably, like, blink and you'll miss it fast and allow Vex's already incredible speed to just reach anime levels of just dashing through people and leaving only flesh chunks behind. But they do sacrifice some precision. So rather than the blinding whirlwind of blows that Elizabeth has seen previously, this is just like one gigantic arcing chop that just moves all around her and blasts into all of them, followed by a second just flashing chop. And then another, and then finally, just as the momentum from that finally dies and the woman's grappling away, Vex then sheathes the blades, quickly follows up with the gunshot, and because I still have 2 action points left and still one attack maneuver remaining I can use without going into the negatives, she blasts the gun upwards and uses the recoil from the gun to propel herself backwards towards Elizabeth, and the angle and speed of this is such that she can't unsheath her sides again this quickly, so this will be the end of the combo. However, Beck spins around, fist closed, and just decks her in the face.
Alright, make that attack.
I'm gonna use my fist. I'll take a bloodthirst point to reroll that. Alright, body.
I mean, she can't really do anything about that at the moment, so she is just gonna take, she has to take it to her foot instead. I think, oh god, how would this even be the case if that was it then?
She could bring her leg up to, like, just block reflexively.
Yeah, I think she does a leg block, absolutely. And you feel a crack in her bone as you slam your fist into her leg. You see her look to you absolutely, like, furious doesn't cover it. You realize in this moment that her steel jaw is once again, it's not gone this time like before, where you split her biological jaw in half. This time, it's a little bit more robust, and you see, however, that you have managed to, like, cut a significant gouge out of the right side of her jaw, and she kind of, like, looks down to you and just goes, "New toy, huh?" And let's see, it is now next point in initiative. It is the guy on the floor with his glowing palms. You feel all of a sudden this guy has crawled over to you and latches both of his hands onto you, and just goes, "Ratchety ass bitch! Why don't you try this on for size?" And is gonna go to attack you with that.
Can I flavor this as like you know, I'm not sure what exactly he's gonna do to attack here, but literally, I want to flavor this as Vex just like judo throws him over her shoulder at like Elizabeth or something, and that's the flavor of why he damages her.
Yeah, absolutely. So, oh my god, I've just realized something. So, when you roll a 1, now, here's the thing. If anyone had a support, they could help him avoid this. But you've just destroyed everybody's support abilities. And here's the thing. This attack has the dismember quality, which means that he needs to make a check, and I'm gonna be clear here. If he gets unlucky on... no, wait, okay, hold on. This isn't him dying, I've just realized. Because he still technically has one part on his arms, which is the part that is doing this. So he's not about to kill himself immediately.
But he could cut his own arms off.
Okay, well, it doesn't make a difference either way. The last of his arm parts is getting broken, which on this particular occasion is the like laser blades that he has coming out of his palms. So how about this? You judo throw him, and in the process of breaking his fall, you watch both of his palms slam into the concrete as he lands, and there is this flaming bursting spark that like explodes out from both of them as they are completely disabled. And he just goes, "Oh man, come on!"
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god. Okay. It's as you kind of finish throwing him that Elizabeth kind of like wipes a bunch of blood from her mouth, which is now once again cascading, but this time over steel and metal, as she kind of like reels back, just completely rocked by this set of attacks that you laid into her. And she kind of like raises one of her cybernetic arms, and you see that there is this beeping that emits from it as she clenches it, and a small like LED light that's running up her arm begins to blink and flash, and as she goes, "Had a feeling I'd need these." And you see clicking and activating on top of the metal arches that are arcing above you are various small gun turrets that whir to life and start to shoot at you. This is going to be 2 attacks. 1. Nope. 2. That is a 10. That is on your head. One of these shots. This is a shooting attack 2.
Oh, well that's very bad, because I have no way to hinder that down so it's not hitting my head. So I think I'm just gonna have to regeneration to defend one and just take that to the jaw.
Okay. They spring up, the whirring to life as their small caliber machine guns start to pepper the battlefield with gunfire. You see that a lot of them are going wide, but one of them manages to get a decent barrage off on you as you feel it tear through your own jaw, and you see that Elizabeth gets this wry smile as she sees you get a taste of your own medicine finally. And it is Elizabeth's turn to act here. So, she has managed to keep a certain part intact. Let's see how this goes, why don't we? Okay, that's legs. So, can you do it? Oh my god, it's legs again.
Yep. I mean, well, if it's dismember stuff, there's nowhere I want to really be hit. I mean, I think I'm just gonna take it. Well, actually, you know what? I have no choice anyway. I'm in the negatives. I can't do anything. Yeah.
The risk that comes with doing a big attack like that is that you
the risk, yeah. For the listeners' reference, I used everything I had in that giant combo, and I am now like they all have a million turns before I can go again, unfortunately. So I am just kind of screwed right now. Now,
granted, you have managed to really severely fuck with them. Like, it bears mentioning, they pretty much can't move either right now. Everyone is absolutely ruined in a number of ways. Elizabeth actually when she goes up to you, you see that, like, while she is up on her legs, as she, like, moves towards you, you hear the sound of that, like, leg that you broke crack and, like, a little further as you see a blood spurt gush from it. But she steps forward, taking the pain, grimacing, as she just goes, "Sorry, but you aren't leaving." And with these massive, wicked, inches-long finger blades, once again slashes into your legs. That is 2 damage with the dismember quality. Could you please make a dismember check for me?
Yeah. Two.
Okay. So that's just 2 damage. You successfully managed to avoid losing all of your leg parts, unlike the first time you encountered Elizabeth.
I will lose a foot and bone.
You still... That still gives you the ability to move, which could make the difference here. Yep. That honestly might have been one of the more important roles of this combat.
I think it was, yeah.
You see these blades slash into your legs, but this, by virtue of some instincts that you can't fully cognize, even when you are like completely off kilter now, exhausted, still recovering from that fury of attacks that you've unleashed, there is something about the way that you had instinctually positioned yourself after the attacks that made it just barely only cut through the muscle in your thigh and not clip the bone. And it is that extra inch of difference which keeps you up. It's his turn again. You know, I've just realized something. The guy that you judo flipped, you see him, like, his arms, legs, body just, like, completely torn to shreds, as he just kind of, like, looks up, and he just goes, God motherfucking damn! Oh! Liz! You really want this bitch? And she just goes, tear her to pieces! And, he goes, alright, barely pushes himself up on his ruined arms, and he's just like, I ain't giving up the rest of my life, ain't gonna happen now. And he tosses himself at you and is gonna try and bite you.
Really, man?
Holy shit.
Oh, and it's the legs, too. That's the worst thing you could have done. Oh.
That is only an unarmed attack 1, but that is 1 damage to the legs.
Then I will get rid of the last bone.
I want to note real quick that to move between certain locations here, you do have to make jumps between rooftops. If you lose that bone, you are only going to have your shoulder, and it is going to make... You are still going to be able to attempt to do those jumps. It is just going to be a lot harder, and you are going to have to be more creative with how you do it.
Yeah, and I could either get rid of the bone or the junk part. And I feel like given the situation with the roofs, I'll get rid of the junk part and hope I can do finagle something after combat. I'm down to my last leg, literally.
Alright, so this guy, he throws himself at you, manages to dig his teeth, like, he is not enhanced on his head at all, I should mention. There's just a regular guy, just through sheer force of will, throws himself at you and digs his teeth into your already wounded leg, and just bites down as hard as he can. You see that when he pulls away, you feel that those special, like, cybernetic thigh bones that you have, one of them has been damaged. You feel it sparking, and you hear the hissing of the electricity, like, burning into the inside of your thigh. As he pulls away, you see that he is chipped and lost a tooth from doing that. And he just spits out this, like, hawk of blood and gore, just... God, that tastes shit! Ugh. And, you, like, surprisingly upbeat, considering that he is on the verge of death here. And Elizabeth, just goes, this is why I keep you around, Hathis. And, it is Elizabeth and, the bear trap jaw lady. Let's see. I mean, Elizabeth's just gonna keep laying into you. I don't know what to say. Oh, this has a +1, by the way. So that's barely a hit with the +1. You get to pick where 2 damage goes, but wherever it goes, you're gonna have to make a dismember check there.
It's 2 damage, you said?
2 damage, and you will have to make that check.
It has to be the body. I have no choice. It just has to be. Like, I would be utterly screwed if it was anywhere else, so it's gotta be the body.
Holy shit. Okay. I said before that dismember check on the legs might have been the most important. I was wrong. I think this is...
I think this is probably gonna be do or die right here, yeah.
This is do or die right here. So, for context, this is not only where your heart is, but where your notebook is being kept.
Yeah, it is. And I am acutely aware of that, but I can't have anywhere else be dismembered. Okay, so this is hitting there, and I need to roll a 6 or above to not get dismembered, right?
Now, before this happens, I am going to give you one last opportunity to reconsider where you are putting this. If you put it to your arms, you will be losing all of your defensive options. All of your offensive options. But you also will not be losing your journal, possibly.
I think, the only thing I'd be willing to switch off to is the legs, and even then, that is taking the massive bet that they aren't gonna try to move to the other rooftop or something, after this, right? And, I'm gonna be fucked trying to chase them.
So, here's the thing. Hathis can't move. At all. He has no movement options.
He's not the one I'm worried about, yeah.
The lady on the arches and Elizabeth still have movement intact. I don't know. I don't know if your concern is going to be pursuing them so much as it is going to be pursuing you, but you want to kill these guys, so, it's up to you. This is your choice here. It's either your legs and you have to just, put up with whatever happens, or you keep yourself in the fight and risk losing your notebook. You gotta make that choice.
Well, I think I'm gonna go for the legs instead, because thinking about it, it's not just a matter of, how important the individual parts are. It's literally the difference between 1 HP and 6 HP here, if I lose everything on the body as well. So, I'm gonna go for the legs. If it happens, if she cuts my legs off again, then so goddamn be it. I will chase her to the ends of the realm regardless.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're still having to damage all of the parts on your legs. But let's make the dismember check just to see exactly.
Either way, it's immaterial, unfortunately. But it would have succeeded. That's unfortunate. But hey, we take these risks. She gets my other leg. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So, because you succeeded the dismember check, this time around, it is not that she cuts your legs off literally like she did the first time. You are managing to pull away enough that it is just an instance of the blow that she instances to you with her other hand. Once again, just rakes up your thigh, and both of the muscles that are most responsible for you moving your legs are just so completely fucked that, there is no hope of you moving. You feel the blood cascading out from your thighs, and that sparking and burning in your left thigh as well. But you are still up, you are still intact, you could still drag yourself somewhere, you have options. With that in mind, the lady on the arches goes, "Bless, what do we do?" And she, at this point, looks up and just goes, "Stop being a fucking coward, Lawkkhuup, and get down here!" And she kind of thinks for a moment before she does indeed hop down. I'm gonna make that a 2 cost instead for her move, since that is a jump downwards. Alright, it is the turrets. Let's make those attacks.
Thank God.
Yep, that is 2 misses, just about.
Vex has dealt with these kind of automatic tracking fire turrets before, knowing that their tracking is decent for crowds, but at picking out single quick targets, not always the most precise. As she's doing this weird not only are her legs supremely fucked up, so she can't move very quickly anyway, but she's also not, like, fully getting into cover like you'd expect almost anyone to do. She's doing this, like, slow, odd, like, weave in circles such that the bullets could, a stray shot could hit her at any time, but she is keeping the distance between herself and her assailants, like she's keeping them within her effective range as she dodges these.
Hey gang, welcome to the break. Let's take a second to unwind, have a little breather from the combat, and have a little chat, why not? So, first and foremost, thank you so much for continuing to listen, and I hope you're enjoying. It's been great to see people continuing to comment and you know, listen to the show. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. And if you have been enjoying it, and you have the means, I would love if you would consider supporting us over on patreon.com/eternal_savvy. Again, that is eternal_savvy. You can support for as little as $1 a month or more if you just want to be super cool and awesome and help us out some more. Any amount is super appreciated, and normally we do have an episode up ahead of time. But in that regard, I do want to address that and just talk about that again. So I had previously kind of been on and off about whether or not we have one up or whether I've managed to get one ahead of time over on my Patreon. And if you've been listening to these segments, you'll know it's because I am currently in the middle of trying to find a place to move to and get that all sorted and squared away. And I am just going to stop beating around the bush and just give you a actual timeline and date on that, which is that I have to move out by the end of July. So that is when the move will like actually be happening one way or the other, that or a week beforehand or so, depending on how things go. But hypothetically and hopefully, if things go smoothly, by the end of July, I will be moved out, and then I will just be settling for, you know, however long it takes, a week or two, I don't know. Moving is so difficult, but I don't want to pull anyone's leg in regards to whether or not I am going to be consistent about it during this time period. So while normally I would love to advertise to you that we do have an episode ahead of schedule right now, for the moment with how things are, I am just going to have to say that if I get one ahead of time, then that's great, but I can't guarantee that right now. I've been it's just been a lot of work. It's been a lot on my mind as well, so I don't often have the energy to do a whole lot on the days where I do have to be sorting through that. So I do apologize for the fact that that's fallen behind, but regardless, thank you so much for the people who have continued to support me on Patreon. It really means the world to me, and you guys are genuinely really helping out by supporting, not just by, you know, helping me to have a roof over my head, but also for the show. I have mentioned in the past that we use the money to commission real human artists for music for the show, and that is something I do intend to keep doing once things have calmed down a little bit again. But yeah, no, if you wanna support us, that is both supporting this show and other human artists, so there's multiple reasons to do so. And if you are not already supporting, there is at least a little something over there for you right now, which is that I have uploaded a number of assets that I have used in the private maps that I have for Iris when we are running this on Roll20. It's nothing crazy, it's just like a few bits and pieces, markers that make it easier to like pinpoint where things are on the maps. We really don't have anything crazy, but it is something that I thought people might like on account of the fact that I did actually custom make them. So that is all there for you if you would like to support us. And speaking of supporting us, you can do so without even having to pay money if you just like and comment on the videos if you're on YouTube, rating it if you're listening to this on a podcast service, or just talking about it to your friends. Recommend it to people who you think might be who might vibe with it, who might like the energy that we have here, and talk about it on, you know, Blue Sky, wherever you might be if you are so inclined to do so. It makes a world of difference to just tell people that we're here and that we're making this. If you also are one of the wonderful people who is making fan art, as you will be seeing on screen on the YouTube version, then you can submit fan art over on Blue Sky and at me at eternal_savvy. I'm pretty much that username everywhere, so if I'm not, then it probably isn't me, except for on my YouTube VOD channel, which is staying_savvy. But if you aren't on Blue Sky, if you are part of my server, you can also submit your fan art to our fan art channel over there as well. I can't thank all of the people enough who have already done it, such wonderful pieces that you're seeing on screen. It puts a huge smile on my face, what can I say? So I think... Oh, there is one last thing. We have had a couple of characters today who were created using prompts from the fans. So we've seen her for the 3rd time now, but I'll once again restate, thank you to Destiny1010 for the prompt that created Elizabeth, thank you to Velixsiol for Hathis's prompt, and thank you to Doors for the prompt that made Lawkkhuup. Thank you so much. And with that, I'll let you get back to the episode, and I hope you enjoy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. With that being said, it is Elizabeth, Lawkkhuup, and Hathis all at once. Fuck me. Here's Hathis. You can put that 1 damage wherever you want.
Losing at trails.
Hathis takes this opportunity to once again throw himself at you, biting into your side. You feel him just take this horrible bite out of you. And he just wipes from his mouth and he goes, how you like that, bitch? Next up is gonna be Lawkkhuup. That's your arms, and that is gonna be 2 damage from her own bite. But this is a actual piece of gear that is designed for this. The bear trap jaws go down to lay upon you. And that's going to be 2 damage to your arms as you bring them up in order to, like a fucking rabid dog, blocking a rabid dog from killing you, you know, as they bite down into one of your arms. What are you losing?
I'm dead ass thinking about it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose the scythes and,
Fist?
I'm gonna lose the scythes and my fist, yeah, and for those listening, I'm not losing the high frequency scythe blades, just like blunting the regular scythe blades so that I can't do the bread and butter of them anymore, because I genuinely really don't want to lose my forearm or shoulder right now. We'll see.
Yeah, I think honestly in this case we even just have the ability to say you can't use your scythe blades because they rely primarily on you having both of them undamaged so that you could do the chain attacks. And she has just like shattered the edge of your left arm's blade, essentially.
She, like, the reason that they are able to get these hits in on her and Hathis is able to just bite her like this despite his condition is because, like, Vex's own movement options have been similarly fucked up. Her legs are torn to ribbons, and again, she is focusing all of her adrenaline and focus on moving, like, in such a way that, like, it makes her easier for them to hit, and she has not prepared herself to, like, she's not able to properly get into a position to counterattack yet, but she's just trying to avoid the bullets and, like, the absolute, like, deadliest of their attacks as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. And with that, here's the real one to worry about. It's Elizabeth.
It's Elizabeth again. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, that's the legs, which would mean that it goes to wherever, right? Again.
You choose from your remaining locations.
But this is her dismembering thing again, right?
It sure is.
I can't lose my weapon. Like, if I lose my weapons, like, they're just gonna kill me, dude. Like, I can't, like, dude, if I lose all my weapons, Hathis will fucking eat me, and I won't be able to stop him. You know what I mean? Like, I can't lose my weapons. So there's only 2 other options, head or body. We've seen what happens when I lose my head, and it is not fucking great, but, like, I don't know what's gonna happen if I lose my head, and I feel like in character it would make the most sense to just try to not have that happen again at all costs. Therefore, my only choice, as horrible as it is the torso. Like, I don't know what to tell ya.
Alright, well, here it is then, for real this time. The dismember check on the torso, which could absolutely fuck you in so many ways. So that's going to be 2 damage one way or another. But first, make the check.
Bloodthirst point, rerolling that.
Okay.
Oh, please, Vex.
You get a +1 on this because of your special ability.
Oh, by 1, thank God. Okay.
Fuck me.
So, literally, I'm gonna take this 2 damage to my second entrails and the spine. But literally, like, Elizabeth finally feels like some sense of satisfaction as, with everything going on, the bullets shooting, the other guys just harrying her, she is able to just, it's easy almost for her to finally land this blow, sink her new weapon into Vex's flesh, and start ripping, literally starting to cleave her in half, and then Vex's arm just comes down and grabs her wrist partway through. And just holds it there.
You see the blade coming in. You grab it, barely forcing her to, like, you can feel as the blades are driving into your gut that she is trying to, like, push them further up into your ribcage, and you are barely holding her back from doing so. And as she's leaned into you with her fingers deep inside of your organs, essentially, you feel that you see her like lean into you, teeth gritted, and she just goes, "What's wrong? Not so hot on your feet anymore, are you? Then again, you've always had trouble with that with me, right? I'm gonna have so much fun embalming each and every part of you, Vex. You're gonna be the prize of my new collection."
Her only response that she gets is just a silent, gruesome, fully bloodshot stare of undisguised loathing.
So
now they have like 8 more turns, yeah.
Alright, well, this is going to be the last barrage of attacks you have to take before we are refreshing up to the top.
Oh my god, I don't know if I can take another barrage gang. It is not looking great.
Guns. Miss.
Oh my god, thank god. Oh, thank god, they suck. They suck. Like, they can't... Elizabeth getting in this close for this intimate taunt has made it so that they, like, the tracking on Bex, they've, like, lost track of her, because she's essentially behind Elizabeth.
I think what happens is literally they have very basic coding, and one of them is if Elizabeth is in the way, like, attempt to stop firing, essentially. And because she is like craned over you right now, you hear the sound of a bunch of them just like get a little error sound of like hold fire, essentially.
Oh, please, God, okay.
Here's Lawkkhuup.
Yes, thank you, Lawkkhuup, you beautiful bitch.
You see Lawkkhuup going in for another bite, and you, with Elizabeth still like fully in, like deep inside of you, you just wrench your body to the side, and all of a sudden Elizabeth feels those metal jaws clamping down into her. Let me check what body parts I'm destroying for her before I describe the rest. Oh my god. You wrench her into the way of Lawkkhuup, and Lawkkhuup, you can see, is about to bear down on her, and she can't stop herself in time. Elizabeth, on the other hand, manages to, like, essentially realize what's happening, and before Lawkkhuup reaches her body, she just, like, puts one of her feet into her mouth, and just goes, "What does it take to get good help around here? For fuck's sake, Lawkkhuup! Get it together!" And you see that as she pulls her leg from Lawkkhuup's mouth, who is like got this fear on her face of just like, oh fuck, I just like attacked my boss by accident. You see that her leg is ruined from that. The crunching of bone having preceded that. Elizabeth no longer has any basic parts on her legs either. Elizabeth, this is the last attack she's making. Here we go.
Great.
That's 2 damage to the arms with a dismember check.
Then let's make that dismember check, shall we?
Yep.
I actually should check with you. You can only use the fucking bloodthirst reroll once per round, right?
I think it's once per action. Let's double check.
It's once per action. Okay.
Let me double check that though. Okay, so here's a fun thing. You can actually do it. You can re-roll as many times as you like, so long as you keep adding bloodthirst points.
Oh, really?
But,
I didn't know that. Okay.
However, okay, I see. You can re-roll as many times as you like, so you are always putting the bloodthirst into the same feta if it's the same roll. So you can re-roll. Oh. So that same roll you can re-roll for as many times as you have bloodthirst points available in that feta.
Okay. Well, you know what? In that case, God. Okay. Well, that's gonna change how I distribute my fucking bloodthirst from now on. But so to make it clear for the listeners, then in that case. So everything I have, the most I have to work with is I am at either 2 out of 4, or 0 out of 2, 1 out of 3. So basically, I have 3 chances to succeed this next roll, right? Mm-hmm. Now, that might make it a little bit less tense hearing that. However, if I do not succeed one of these rolls, I am dead, because this is on the arms, I can't get it off the arms, and if I lose everything on my arms, Vex is dead. Like I am literally no longer able to fight these guys. So, let's give it a shot. Let's make the first one. Didn't need him. Don't even need him. Don't even need him.
Don't even need him.
Don't even need him. However, that is still
damage.
Yeah, that is still really bad because I am still taking 2 damage. I think I mean. Oh man, no matter what combo is really bad. I think I have to lose. I have to lose the forearm. I want it, but I really don't want to lose my fucking weapons. Then it's down to the shoulder or the gun. If I lose my shoulder, then quite literally I cannot move anymore. Which, these guys are all now at 0 AP, right? Or no, Hathis has 1 left, but he has no movement anyway. So in that case, oh dog, I think I am gonna lose my shoulder. I don't want to lose my gun. Well, actually, no. Well, no. Hold on. No. I take that back. I'm gonna lose the gun. It sucks, but I'm gonna lose the gun because for a particular reason. So, yep. Mm-hmm. I literally, guys, I don't think Vex has ever looked as fucked up as she does right now. I am down to almost nothing.
Okay, and Hathis does not manage to get that final bite off on you.
Okay.
Alright. Time has passed. I have put a counter onto our time tracker. Let's refresh. Alright. Yeah, brain... Oh, eyeballs is +1. Spine is... Oh, spine is not a plus. It's just...
Yeah, spine isn't any AD, yeah.
Yeah, so that means that Elizabeth and Lawkkhuup are at 8. Hathis is... Oh no, wait, Lawkkhuup I think still has her eyes. Let me check. Lawkkhuup indeed still has her eyes, actually, so she's back up to 9. Same for Hathis, actually, because their heads are intact. These two go to 8.
And thankfully, listeners, I, throughout all of that, have just managed, because I didn't let my head get hit or my torso get completely dismembered, I am still good AP-wise. I'm still above them, so I have a chance.
Just barely. And you've gained your bloodthirst for the round passing, yeah?
I will do that now.
That could make all the difference.
Oh yeah, it could.
I think you, as this all finish is happening, you, I think, like, push Elizabeth off of you, who stumbles backwards. She herself, unable to move at all. You see Hathis, also unable to move. The only person who can do any moving is you and Lawkkhuup. Lawkkhuup still looks decent. She has her arms. I should mention, she didn't land on her legs when she came down. It was like she used her wire reel to like, abseil down, basically.
And with that, right, as Vex pushes them away, Vex may have slightly underestimated her opponents up front by going as wild and reckless as she did in the beginning. However, they then, in turn, completely got cocky and underestimated her, because over the course of this insane series of attacks, they have horribly fucked up Vex for sure, but all of the advantageous positioning that Lawkkhuup had, and all of the like element of continual fire suppression that the turrets were doing, and everything else has been thrown away, and this moment is an opportunity, and Vex does not squander opportunities, and so we're gonna high frequency blades once again.
Make your attack.
Can I do anything about that? No? Okay, I'm gonna use my heart reroll.
Yeah,
I just mean in terms of supporting. Yeah, I'm gonna heart reroll that. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to spend a bloodthirst point to reroll then.
Alright, give yourself an extra +1 on that then for a +2 total.
Yep, and I will do this on this fetter, because now that I know that that's how it works, I will be doing my bloodthirst differently as we go. So, okay, here we go. Come on, Vex. Oh my god. Oh, dude, it's a disaster. It's a fucking disaster.
How bloodthirsty are you? This could be the difference.
I can put one more, because I started doing it with Stitch. I can do one more, so I'm gonna give it one more try. This is so important. I'm gonna give it one more try. It has a +2. Come on, Vex. Thank God. Okay.
Okay. That is a hit.
This initial hit is going towards Lawkkhuup.
And you'll be pleased to know that everyone has their legs fucked, so they cannot do anything about this.
Thank Christ.
And you said this was going towards who? Sorry?
Towards Lawkkhuup initially.
Okay. Yeah, so that is 3 damage.
If they can't do anything about it, I'm gonna make it an area attack as well. 3 damage to Lawkkhuup, area attack, yeah.
So I actually have to make a choice here. Because she has wire reel, is the thing. And wire reel has the ability to target you.
Oh, you're gonna target me?
I've got to consider Lawkkhuup's character here. I think more than anything, she wants to kill you, is the thing.
Okay.
So she's going to target you with a very specific idea in mind here. She is going to use she's going to use wire reel at rapid timing to move you to, quote, another rooftop. But the intention here not being to move you to the rooftop, but instead to drop you between the buildings. So, this will just happen unless there is something you can do about it.
Let me think for a second. Because wire reel, you don't have to roll, because it's one of those parts. One of those parts! So, I'll level with you, Sav. I have a lot of cool things I can think of flavorfully as to how this, like, Lawkkhuup fucks this up, or I, like, counterattack it, but, like, within the rules of the game, I absolutely don't. I think I just need to make this check to avoid falling, and whatever you want to flavor it like after is your prerogative.
I'm gonna need you, because this is just happening, and you don't have anything that can prevent movement, I'm gonna need you to make a roll to see if you can successfully get yourself landed on another rooftop rather than falling. If you have any idea of like you can do anything here. If you feel that one of your parts here is gonna help you to not just fucking fall to your doom, tell me and I will provide you a bonus according to what I think.
Well, here's the thing. I do have one very, very important part remaining. That is the primary thing I was thinking of when I was trying to think of ways out of this, which is reflexes. Vex still has her enhanced reflexes. And, like, you know, the part of the whole, like, mechanical flavor of having higher AP than other people isn't just that you can, like, that you're faster than them and can do more than them. It's quite literally that, like, you can just do more things because you are reacting to them more quickly.
Yeah. I will, with that reflexes, I will absolutely allow you to have a +2 to your roll here, as you can sense what is happening the moment that the wire is even coming towards you. So make a D10 roll. You need to just succeed, so you need a 4 or higher here.
Oh my god. I'm gonna puke, dude.
You can either re-roll that with a bloodthirst point, or you can let yourself fall, and you can see what happens.
I really think I've got to re-roll that. I mean, it would be a disaster if I didn't. So, let me... Okay, I've got a couple left with 2 left, so this is the second re-roll I have here. Let me try again. Oh, and I have a +3 to it now, as well.
How close are you to being full-on bloodthirst, I need to ask?
Very, very close. I'm 6 away now. I have literally gone from being like 11 away to 6 away in this combat. Very
fucking
quickly.
hell. Well, make a roll with a +3. Yeah, now you need a 3 or higher. You're fucking joking.
I have to do it again. I have to do it again.
You have to do it again.
The story is willing Vex to go fucking sicko mode, I think, at this point. So yeah, I'm gonna do that again, and this it will be the last time I can reroll it. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna let you refund the bloodthirst that you used to make your high frequency blades hit, because strictly speaking, the wire reel takes place before any of that happened. In which case, what happens is, you go to hit, you go to attack, Lawkkhuup, seeing the bloodthirst in your eyes, seeing that you are ready to kill her, and wanting more than anything, you can see in her eyes there is this drive, despite the fear that she was showing moments ago, of like, oh fuck, Elizabeth's gonna be pissed at me, right? When she's looking at you, there is this change in her eyes. They are like a hunter. Like, she is locked into you, and it's like her demeanor switches, and you see that there is this, this excitement of a prey this excitement of a predator that has cornered their prey. You feel her, I think what she does is she, fires off her wire reel, it, wraps around your neck, and then she jumps all over a fucking barrier, and then just yanks you to try and pull you off of the edge of the building. And as that happens, your reflexes kick in, and you realize, okay, if I just roll with this, I can just use that as extra momentum to go further than I would have if I had resisted. And so as she pulls you, instead of her just sending you over the edge, you move with that extra tug, and you do a leap onto the other rooftop, and you kind of skid onto your back as your legs cannot support your weight. And if you'll allow me to do something that I think is really fucking cool, by any chance, so normally it would not be down to Vex's count again just yet. It'd be Hathis first, but since Hathis can't fucking do anything now anyway because he can't move, right? I assume he'll just be waiting. Right?
Yeah. I tell you what Hathis does. He sees that happen, and just goes, "What you fucking playing at, Lawkkhuup? We're meant to kill her!" And just sees you sail over as he holds his turn. Carry on.
Here's the deal, right? I'm now on the other rooftop from them, and Vex's legs are completely fucked. She can't make that jump, and she knows that even before she, makes contact with the opposite rooftops getting to a halt. But do you know what she does have? I saved the shoulder, specifically, just in case this happened. And so, with her shoulder, the flavor for how I want to move back to the other roof is that the wire reel skids her across here, and Vex grabs it before it retracts, so that as it retracts, I use the momentum of it doing so to leap back across again.
You know what? That's cool enough that I'm just gonna let that happen. I will, feel free to do that and spend for the shoulder. That is a rough expenditure there, but nonetheless, yeah.
Yep, I am once again in a situation where they have a billion turns, but
you feel it retracting, and you just grab onto it with your arm, and you just let it pull you back over. Elizabeth looks to Lawkkhuup and just like gives her this side eye. That's like, very clearly this it's confusion, but it's this thing of like, she has seemingly assessed something about Lawkkhuup here. And she kind of just like recenters herself, looks back to you, Vex, and just goes, if you knew what was good for you, you would have just stayed over there. Sorry. Guess it's my turn. And, I may as well make Hathis' attack first, just to see.
I hate this fucking guy. Why can he roll so well on this stupid bite, but me with my plus everything can't hit, dude? I'm so angry. That's one more damage to the arms. Oh my god, that's so bad.
You have your defend now.
Yeah, but do I really want to use it here?
I mean, up to you.
Let me think for a second. I'm calm, by the way, and I'm normal as well.
You're so normal.
Fuck. Okay. I'm just, let me just, I need to lock in. Not lock up, I need to lock in. Cause the thing is, cause here's my thing. I think I can lose the shoulder and be fine. You know why? Cause if we go to another round, I'm dead. Because, like, straight up, like, I need to kill them with this attack, or they're gonna have wire rail back and everything, right? So, like, I can't, I'm in do or die mode here anyway. I think I'm gonna just lose the shoulder. Unless you really think that's a bad idea.
I'm not gonna advise one way or the other. It's up to you.
Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm losing the shoulder.
Okay.
This fucking guy, dude.
Hathis leaps onto you again from the floor, and just goes, damn, you don't know what's fucking good for you, do you, bitch? And then just bites down into your shoulder, and just pulls back, and just goes, man, this is gonna make for a rad fucking story when I get back. And spits out some more blood. And let's go with the guns. Miss. Holy shit. I think that these guns missing has been, like, legitimately keeping you in the game here.
I mean, what, like, if the guns had hit me even one more time, I'd seriously be dead. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. They go down by 3.
Oh
it's
my
Elizabeth.
god, dude, I'm begging you. How am I gonna live?
Here we go.
Holy fucking shit.
That is a miss. Elizabeth is absolutely fucking, like, you see her, like, it is at this point after you kicked her off, she had pulled away with the, like, snapping of flesh and viscera as she had pulled, like, one of your kidneys out of you. And she's kind of, like, leaned up against the fucking edge of the edge of this fucking rooftop as she, like, tries to prop herself up, and you see her suddenly just, like, cough up a wave of blood as you see that, like, as she makes that cough, like, the wounds in her stomach also gush out blood, and you see that there is this viscera pouring from her as she is, like, kind of looks down and recognizes just how bad she is doing. And she just kind of goes, it's been never since I've been this bad. I can't stand you, you fucking cunt. And she goes for a slash against you as it just drives into the concrete beneath you. And she, like, is heaving, like, breathing and blood.
Vex still has the wire reel. Like, the reason she can't use it again until next round is that Vex is still holding it, and she is literally using it like John Wick, like, to like, wrap it around and defend against Elizabeth's blows, like, wrapping it around her arm and forcing it to the side and shit.
It is now Elizabeth, Lawkkhuup, and Hathis' turn. So, here's the thing. Vex, I would like you to make a roll, please.
Any bonus or just flat?
Give yourself a +1. You are there and you are, like, wrestling and you are seeing all of this happening, and you see, like, Lawkkhuup look to you, and there is this moment where you share eye contact. And you get this, like, inexplicable look from her that you see her eyes briefly flit over to Elizabeth, and there's this weird sensation that washes over you where you can sense that, like, that what she was doing before, the fear, the being a little, like, hesitant with Elizabeth of, like, what do I do? That was an act. And it's in this moment that she tries to wrench her arm backwards to relinquish the wire reel from you. What are you going to let her?
Yes.
You just barely loosen your grasp, and it backs back into her arm, and then you see Lawkkhuup turn her head slowly. This newfound, like, killer instinct in her, and she jumps at Elizabeth. I'm going to give her a +1 to this because this is a surprise attack. So I'm going to make the other attacks real quick first. So here's Hathis.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Thank God, Hathis. Thank fucking... You've shown your true colors at last.
I think Hathis goes for you again, and you just grab his head and slam it into the floor as he just goes, as a bunch of teeth just fall out of his mouth as you've broken his jaw. And he can no longer attack you. Elizabeth, this is important. I need to do this. Okay. You watch as she leaps to Elizabeth. Elizabeth, having previously clocked something about Lawkkhuup, you see that the moment that she, like, slowly turns, Elizabeth realizes she's in danger. And she just looks to Lawkkhuup as she's leaping at her and just goes, "You cunt!" and redirects her attack into Lawkkhuup instead. So that is a 10 on both of them. Holy shit. Okay. Neither of them can do anything to stop those rolls from being 10s.
Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
There is only one thing that is going to change exactly what happens here. I need to make a dismember check for Lawkkhuup.
That's a failure.
Vex, you watch as she is leaping towards her. She's full on swipes upward and decapitates Lawkkhuup. But it's in that moment, in those few brief single moments left in Lawkhuup's consciousness, where she is able, as her jaw lands onto Elizabeth's head, she is able to bite down, enacting her plan regardless. And you hear the whirring of the mechanisms trying to bite down, to detach the frontal lobe from Elizabeth. But you see, as she does so, there is this spark of metal against metal as she uses her steel bones to barely prevent that bite from destroying her brain. As it bites down, there is the sound of metal creaking as she, in a panic, like, grabs Lawkhuup's hair from her head and, like, wrenches it from her metal skull. You see that there are these deep gouges of her skin that come with the mouth as it, like, pulls away. This absolute mess of blood, revealing the steel skull beneath. As she kind of, like, leans backwards, And it's just like, you fucking bitch, you were using me. It's your turn, Vex.
Vex walks up to, I assume they're like on the fucking ground at this point, just like bloody fucking humps at this point. I assume they're just on the ground.
You could see that she's trying desperately to wipe the blood from her eyes, but it's no use. They were already fucked to begin with, and she is making it worse. You see that as she's clawing at her face to try and wipe away the blood, it's just leaving these deep scars into her own face as she seemingly can't even properly process the pain of these razor-sharp blades just pulling through her own face. She is not even aware of you near her. She's like, fucking damn it, god fucking damn it.
She limps haggardly up to Elizabeth's prone body, and she leans down and she just grabs a fistful of Elizabeth's hair and she presses one of the scythe blades up against the back of her skull, and not pressing it down too hard, but enough so that she can feel it. She starts warming up the high frequency module such that it feels like this just superheated drill on the back of her head, and she leans in, and for the first time, Vex opens her mouth and she says, "I'm glad you like this new part. It was given to me by your bosses for free for doing such a good job." And then she stands back up and presses the heel of her boot into the back of the high-frequency blade.
You wrench it from your own arm, and she was about to say something, but it's cut short, and instead you see the point of it penetrate through and glistening through her forehead as the heat and steam rises from the wound, and she is just slack. And the turrets deactivate. Their attached host no longer breathing. Hathis is on the floor next to you.
She keeps holding it down. Heedless of the extra time it's taking, she makes sure it goes all the way through to the other side. And then, kicking both of her and Lawkkhuup aside, she just limps further across the rooftop, just trying to continue onward, but her everything is in such horrific shape that she can't get far anyway. However, as she's limping, she just idly decapitates Hathis, just like with just a swing of her arm as she goes. And she collapses to her knees, or what's left of them, on the rooftop. And I'm gonna try something. This is my only idea here right now. She, in unspeakable pain and desperate to continue, she's not sure if doing this actually has any effect, but it just feels what's the most natural. She puts a hand up to her own chest, and as we've described before, she can regenerate parts, but when this much of her is destroyed, especially this quickly, it's haphazard. It's not directed, it's not channeled, it is just like, everywhere is bad, I need to fix everything, and doesn't focus on one thing. But in this moment, Vex grabs her chest, and she haggardly says, "I don't know who the fuck you are. Resting in there, making yourself nice and comfortable, changing me however you want, but you goddamn listen. If you really do care about me," she literally, like, blade still extended, even nicking herself even a little bit more in the process, just like wildly gestures just at her legs. "I need to move. Let's move. Just listen to me. Listen to me."
I would like you to make a conversation check. Give yourself a +2. You're not even done talking when you feel your legs stitching themselves back together. There was just no question. The moment you asked, they started. I would like to heal all of your basic leg parts, please.
She doesn't say thanks, just closes her eyes and focuses, lets her do her work. The moment they're even sturdy enough to walk on, they're still fucked up, they're still in pain, and of course she can't regenerate the enhancement she lost. But as soon as they're good enough, she starts running.